What's up, y'all? It's the Dr. Investor back again with another video. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about real estate investing, personal finance, personal growth, and entrepreneurship. So today's topic about helpful tips in order to be successful in real estate investing. Before I get into the topic, you know what to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'll be right back. Many people get into real estate investing for a wide array of reasons. The most common reason is because you want to build generational wealth for your family. And real estate is one of the best vehicles to do that. But a misconception a lot of people have that investing in real estate is easy, and this is not the case. It's just not a passive investment. Even if you hire a property management company, real estate still takes work in order to be successful. So I'm going to get into the ways to be successful as a real estate investor. So the first helpful tip I will give to you all is make sure you run your real estate business like an actual business. If you're new to real estate investing, you're essentially a startup company. And as we know, with 90% of startup companies, they end up failing. So I want you to be within that 10% of startup companies that actually succeed. We all have that uncle, cousin, friend that tells you to stay away from real estate. It's a nightmare. You're going to lose all your money. You're going to go broke trying to invest in real estate. And a lot of these individuals did not run a successful business when it came to the real estate business. Like any business, the key to success is making sure you have loyal and satisfied customers. And in real estate, your customer is the tenant. The landlord is not the tenant's customer, but the tenant is the landlord customer. So you want to make sure you have grateful, loyal, and exceptional customers that like the service you are putting forth. And one of the best ways to increase the probability that this occurs is to make sure you're very particular and diligent when screening your tenant, because you want to select high quality tenants. This is probably where you make and lose most of your money, is in the tenant selection. So you need to make sure you're investing a lot of time in order to making sure you're getting this right, because you may be super excited to get someone in, but most jurisdictions are very tenant friendly. So once you get that tenant in, good luck getting that tenant out. It's going to cost you a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of headache to get tenants out in most places. And you do not want to deal with this. On top of this, when you get this high quality tenant, they'll be very pleasant to deal with. They won't give you headaches. They'll pay their rent on time every month, and they'll take care of that home like it's their own home. As a landlord, a thing you can do to increase your chances in getting these high quality tenants, you need to put forth a rental property that resembles something that high quality tenants want to live in. Making sure it's in a great location with great schools, making sure it has great amenities, air conditioning, in-unit washer and dryer, stainless steel appliances, and making sure that home is well maintained. As far as screening tenants, I have many videos detailing how to find high quality tenants. It's not an easy process, but if you want to be successful in real estate investing, you need to take the time to protect your investment, because a good tenant is going to only enhance your real estate investment, and a bad tenant is essentially going to destroy your real estate investment. They're going to damage that property. They're going to cause you so many headaches. They're not going to pay their rent. You do not want to be dealing with that. And a lot of these people who had a bad time within the real estate sector, they have selected bad tenants to live in their properties. So make sure you are screening tenants. Huge tip I would give to individuals who want to be successful in real estate. Make sure you screen your tenants diligently. Another helpful tip I would recommend for individuals in order to be successful in real estate is to make sure you're on top of everything and are very organized. When you're dealing with one property, it may be a little bit more simple to self-manage, to make sure the rent the mortgage, and then home insurance is paid every month. Make sure all the utilities are paid. But as you scale up in real estate, what hope is your goal, you got to make sure you stay organized. One of the things I do, I print all the important documents necessary for each property and put them in a file cabinet. That way I can keep track of everything going on with each property. Another thing I do, I use online platforms that help me organize the property. I personally use Rent Ready, which helps me keep track of the tenants, helps me schedule automatic payments for my tenants, let me know which tenants are not paying. I find it to be a very helpful resource in keeping track of properties. Being organized really helps you as a landlord keep track of the operations of your properties. And as you have more and more properties, it's easier to keep track of everything when you are organized and you know what is going on with each property. The next helpful tip I would recommend for landlords is to make sure you have an ironclad lease and establish house rules for the tenants. Every jurisdiction is different as far as what you can include in your lease, what you cannot include in your lease. So it's very important. You need to know within your jurisdiction what can be included within your lease. I would talk to other landlords to see what has been the worst nightmare that they've had to deal with a tenant, and make sure you have language within your lease preventing that from happening or protecting you if that does happen. And that way, that tenant would be in violation of their lease and it can be termed for an eviction. So it's very important you understand all the local laws, the local jurisdiction within your area, because this will help you navigate being a real estate investor. You'll know what you can do and what you can't do. Because ultimately, if a tenant takes you to court, you can't just be like, oh, I didn't know that I cannot do this, because they expect you as a landlord, make sure you know all the rules and regulations and laws that apply to landlords in your area. So it's very important you stay on top of it to make sure that you're in the know. Another important document is the move-in checklist. What I do, I print out a long list of all the amenities that are included within the property. I also put the price of that amenity to be replaced if the tenant should damage it. As a landlord, you can expect normal wear and tear of anything within your property. But if it's beyond that and it needs to be replaced, it is then the tenant's responsibility in order to do that. So make sure you're very clear at move-in, the condition of all the items within your unit, and make sure you have the tenant sign it. This is them agreeing that these amenities were in this condition when they moved in there. So if these amenities are not in this condition when they move out, it's because they damaged it, and therefore they will be responsible for replacing them. You have documentation proving that they were in agreement with the condition of this specific amenity before they moved in. And typically, tenants give you a security deposit. So if something is damaged and needs to be replaced, you can just subtract that from the security deposit. You don't want to be that landlord that is just having a miserable time being a landlord, because you got into this game to gain cash flow. You wanted to gain appreciation. You wanted your debt to be paid down by your tenant. You didn't get in this game to have headaches every day dealing with people who are not pleasant to deal with. You didn't get in this game to deal with people who are not pleasant to deal with. It's very important that you take the initiative to be successful in real estate investing. You don't want to be dreading every first of the month. That mortgage company is going to be expecting that mortgage to be paid, that property tax to be paid, that home insurance to be paid. So you're hoping as a landlord that it's going to be paid down by that tenant. But if you have a tenant who's not paying rent, then you are not in a great position. You will be responsible for paying that full mortgage, property tax, and insurance payment that mortgage company is expected. I hope you guys enjoyed this video where I talked about key tips in order to be successful in real estate investing. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll be right back with another video before you know it. And if you know anybody that will benefit from my content, make sure you are sharing it with them.